Hello again, my friends. It is the Toad, and this video is me showing off my collection of saxes of various types, broken back saxes, and the pointy ones that aren't the broken back ones. I don't know what they're called. This will take a little bit of time. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. I'm not going to dwell on any one for any length of time because there's quite a few to get through. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. But hope you just stay along for the ride, and yeah, here we go. I'll start with the big ones first, and then as we go I'll go down smaller and smaller toward the very last one, which is the one I made myself. Right, firstly, this is the I think, was it the bear mouth one? There's a copy of that. There's a sheath, obviously, as you see. This is the one that there's it's in the, I found it on the 10s or something. It's copied from the one in the British Museum. There's a few versions of this around. This is the one I've got. It's obviously broken back type. You're not going to be able to see all of it in this, so I'll show you as much as I can. But it's got the writing on it, which I don't know what it means. But anyway, so that's that one. Put him juicy there. Next up, this is a long sax, it's called. These are all, by the way, these are either based on archaeological finds, museum quality, you know, what they think they look like originally, and some of them are just people have made in the style of a sax. This is one that was based on one that was found, and I can't remember where. I'm not going to go through all that at the moment. I'm just going to show you them. So that's this one. This is one of my favourites. It's almost like a Bowie, if you like. You can almost see where Bowie's shape came from these. This curved type blade. I know this isn't showing them at best. At some point I'll show you them all in full length as they are, as best I can, but for now this is just a glimpse at them. Beautiful. You see that one? Right. Next up is, this is a okay, another long sax. This one has the attached on the belt, so you wear it, would wear this horizontally. I don't think they've got that right when they made this, because the blades to me is on the way around, but anyway. Oh, there we go. There we are. It's another, of course, as you know with the sax, you know, the story goes that the Saxons got their name from the sax, using the sax. Whether that's true or not, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what they say in the books. Who am I to disagree? But this is another little beauty. Now these ones are borderline short swords, really, but they are still classed as daggers, knives. Not really daggers, but knives. You know, because they don't have a distal tape or anything like this, as you can see. Well, so this one's sort of has, but yeah. So anyway, there's this one. It's the long sax, as it's called. Oh, this one is the what's it called? The Scaramax, which is still a sax, but it's called a Scaramax. I mean, you all have, anybody that collects knives or any sort will have all seen most of these in the shops for sale. You know, I mean, I'm not rich. I tend to buy what I can afford at the time. Sensibly, I would save up and buy the really good stuff, but I mean, being sensible, I'm not a sensible person, really. Anyway, look at this, isn't that lovely? The Scaramax. Very, very nice. Not unlike a dirk. You can definitely see dirk influences. I don't know if that's a thing. It's just my own little idea. I mean, I suspected from some of the things I've read that dirks were picked up from broken swords, basically. And I wondered if that's what broken back saxes were originally. They were actually broken swords where they're broken off at an angle and they just carried on with them, which is why they end up with that shape. That's just my own idea, might not be anything. This one is basically actually on an archaeological one. It's in the directory as a it was actually in the directory as a sword, but it was sold as a Seax because it's got the broken back end. This is a real lump, as you see. You know, I mean, this is actually would be practical to use if you wanted to, although probably your arm would fall off after a while from weight because it's not the lightest of things. But you know, some swords are not really meant to be used. This is actually made to be used. Right, so I shall put this the way around and we'll get on with the others. Yeah, I don't know if keeping them on here is such a good idea. No, I don't think it will actually. I think I might... Right, okay, I'm going to get these off of here and get the next lot. These are going to take all the space up. Like I say, I've got a few to get through. I should have prepared for this a bit better, but I didn't. Right then. Next up, this is a again another Seax. This is said to be Roman. Sorry, Roman. This is to be Viking, a Viking knife. Still sold as a Seax, but this is a bit of a beast. Again, you can almost see it being a Bowie. I've only just oiled these, that's why there's so much oil on it. Lovely. This is a beauty of a tool. Look at that, isn't that lovely? So we have that one. Here we go. This one again is based on an archaeological find. This is a right old beast, done in the broken back style. I've said this before, but to me this looks like a plug-in chisel. I don't know if any of you know what plug-in chisel looks like, but this looks like a plug-in chisel to me, a big one. I will buy one day and show you how the similarity in the shape. But this is a right old hefty beast. If we ever actually take out these as to be used properly, you know, if we actually needed to in combat, this would be one of the ones I would take with me. You know, you're not going to get up if this thing hits you. You can break bones just biting it on the back. This is a right old beast, that's for sure. Right, so that's a broken back. Again, right, what's next? Let me see. Oh yeah, this is on the forged knife, done in the Seax style. There we are. Absolutely lovely, lovely little piece. I said I should have actually prepared a bit better for this, but I haven't. So there you go. Here's another one. This is one that I picked up recently. As you see, it's got from Raven Forge. It's got the writing in it. Lovely, lovely little thing. And I've actually got a smaller version of that somewhere. I can just find it. Here it is. Same style, but smaller. Look at that, isn't that nice? Yeah, I mean, these are usable knives, there's no doubt about that. I just like the shape of these broken back ones more than anything else. Funny enough, they're basically like a reverse tento. If you look from that way around, you could almost say it was a tento. Well, I think it has that look at it anyway. But right, so we've got those. Right, take these off, and I'll get some more. Like I said, I'm going to just run through these. At another time I'll talk about them more in depth. I don't want to bore you too much. Okay, where are we? Right. Okay, I showed these recently. Again, I'll show you what some others at a different time. These were obviously done with the rail spike style. There's a Seax. As you see, this is a bit of a hefty one. good old weight. It's quite big. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. If you was using these as you was using, you know, in an angle, if you like, I think you'd have to wrap these handles in something. It would start to bear on you after a while. One of the things I have done in the past, I have wrapped these with the same sort of binding that you put onto cricket bats or tennis rackets. It's like a padded tape, and I've used that on other stuff, and that works absolutely brilliantly. I've actually got it on the handle of me walking stick. It's so comfortable. But yeah, anyway. And of course there's the slightly smaller one. Same thing, this one comes with the chief. Is it hanging horizontally? Here we go. And there we are. Look at that. Another one. Not as big. A lighter version. But still just as good. Broken back style again. Right, that's it. I'm actually getting through these quicker than I thought I would. Right, so these are, I can't remember the name of these. Obviously these anchor on your belt, right? So some have 3 straps on them, some only have 1, some have 2. This one is obviously only done with 1. That belt goes through there and this hangs on your waist like this. There you go. Another broken back. Done in the Damascus style. Yes, and apparently there was Damascus blades around in them days, or fault, whatever you want to call it. It's not just a modern thing. Pattern welded, or whatever it is you call them. Okay, so there's another one, same thing with the decorations hangs on your belt like this. So this one's not broken back. It's quite nice. Got the horn and the 2 dabbies. Is that nice? That one and right, okay. Actually, nearly at the end. I was thinking we'll have to do this quicker than I thought. Another one done in the forge style. Another broken back. Yeah, isn't that nice? Right. Take these off. Right. Well, I've only got a few more left to show you, so that's good. I've got through these a lot quicker than I thought I would. Right. This one is the Ericsson Seax. This is only one of them who's got a name for it. Obviously, again, it hangs that way. There we are. These are supposedly based on historical ones. It's lovely, isn't it? Bone handle. White bone handle, as you can tell. Do you see? Because you can tell what colour that is because it's white. Don't need me to tell you that. Well, off-white. Right. Same thing again. But it's not the Ericsson one. This is the same sort of thing. Hangs this way horizontally, and there we have another one. Another lovely one, isn't that nice? And these are really nice. These aren't too good in your hand. This would get my nerves very quickly if I was having to use this because it gets you. I mean, your bigger hand probably would fit in this really nicely, but that bit there would definitely become irritable after a while. If it was being used in a battle, for instance. But these aren't. I mean, these are, you know, the knives, you know, the utility knives that may be used in anger. You know, the kind of thing you take out of feast. These are all that type of thing, I think, or based on that type of thing. And another one, same thing. Obviously, it hangs this way. Again, done in Damascus style, another broken back. I won't be taking these off because I've only got 3 more to show you, so isn't that good? I've got through these a lot quicker. Maybe I should slow down and let you see them more. On another video, if anybody's interested, I will go through them more in depth and look at them a lot more. And I'll give you where they were found, what they're actually based on, and you know, the information's there. I just haven't got it at hand at the moment about what archaeological dig they were found in and so on. The next 3 are not. These are just what have been made. These were Raven Forge was selling these. These are folders, friction folders done in the Seax style. Oops, look at that. I mean, these are handy. They're actually UK legal to carry in your pocket as well. Very handy, sharp. I did reprofile this one a little bit, but yeah, it's nice. A little bit of file work. Pretty little thing. And here's another one. This one's done in Damascus. It's a bit more ornate. A bit more robust. Yeah, handmade. You can see it's handmade rather than being mass produced. I would always like that, prefer that if I can, always like that. But yeah, this is a nice little one. Yeah, another one from Raven Forge. They're still selling this style. They haven't got these anymore, but they've got similar. Right, and finally, I've managed to get this in below 20 minutes. I'm really pleased about that. Okay, right, finally, the one I made myself, which is this one. Yes, bone handle, yeah, bit of file work on it. This is actually super sharp. But yeah, I did this myself. Very pleased with this. So it's bone and I can't remember what that is now. Underneath anyway, it's my attempt at a Seax. I've got 2 more actually that still haven't been finished. Still need finishing off, but bigger than this. But yeah, this is mine that I made. So I'm sort of a knife producer in a fashion. Right. I got through them a lot quicker than I was expecting to. I did rush it, I've got to admit. So, that, my friends, is it. My collection of Seaxes. And I've got sort of a lot more knives I've never shown, which one day I might actually do it. I mean, they're all over the place. I've been collecting knives for a while now. And storage has always been a bit of an issue. So a lot of them end up getting shoved under the bed, and I showed that before, the knives I put under the bed and forgot about, and things like this. It's finding somewhere. I'd love to have them on display, but unfortunately that's not practical. You know, unfortunately it's one of those things I just can't. You know, if I had a nice cabinet, or even if I had a room to myself, I can put them on the wall, but that's not going to happen. So once these have gone back into their sheaves, they'll be going back into a storage container and put to bed until I get them out and look at them again. It's work. You've got to keep checking things like this, especially with these Damascus ones, you know, carbon steel, because they do rust. You do get a lot of surface rust without realising. You don't mind that, that's all right. It don't take much to get it off. I mean, they do recommend that you don't keep them in the sheaves. I don't know about that, but that's been said to me a few times about that, to keep in the sheath, and it's all to do with humidity or something, but I don't know exactly if that's right or not. But either way around, I don't. I keep them. I do keep them in the sheath. I don't keep them out. And yeah, so we're going to get dirty and used. But I've still got a few more that I know of right now that I want to buy, and that's not counting new ones that come up on the market. I mean, there's a lot of people making them. If you go on Etsy, people were making in their own like private household smiths and so on. You know, they're knocking up Seaxes and all sorts of a lot you can buy out there. But on the other hand, I buy the ones I can afford. I mean, Todd Cutler has got some absolute beauties, but more than I can afford. I mean, I should save up, buy something from Todd Cutler again, because his quality is fantastic. I've got a few of his smaller knives, and I don't regret having them. But yeah, you want quality, go to him. You know, I mean, he makes the knives for TV shows and movies and things. You know, the guy's a genius when it comes to what he can do. But you've got to pay for it. But anyway, 20 minutes, it's gone. Oops, hit the knife. Right, that's it. I'm going. Thank you for staying and looking at these Seaxes with me. I hope you like them. Like I say, if you want to say more about them at any point, just say so, and I'll do a more dedicated video of them individually, rather than just rushing through them like this. So, until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year. And until next time, it's a Toodle Pip from the Toad. Have a good one, friends.